Hi, it's Claudia, and these are my words of wisdom. And today I'm going to talk about love and the heart chakra because I just feel like there's a huge clearing activation of the heart chakra. And I've been feeling that for the last few weeks, especially. So I know and I can see and I can feel things are coming up for many of us. And it's coming up in different ways. It's coming up in our expansion of our heart and contraction of our heart. Energetically, it can be activated by different people, relationships, romantic, family, and so much. And your purpose, your career, all these things are coming together, and it's just been a lot lately. And I just want to talk about it, and I'm going to try and talk about like sort of what's been coming up for me, and I'm seeing a difference with my horses and how that animals kind of mirror that back to us. I always say that a relationship, whether it's people, animals, are mirrors to ourselves, and we can get information. We can learn so much from people. And from other people, if they're going through a situation, how we respond to that person, how we give advice is based on where we are in our own journey. And yeah, I just think there's so much goodness here. And for me, it's really wanting to be in the love that I am and express myself as such and do my videos and my passion for life and my passion for myself. And I my mantra is fully, deeply with love and presence. And I'm truly trying to live that way. And, in doing so, is like then the shadow work of things are coming up, like rejection, like not feeling safe to be loved. A lot has come up from my inner child of not feeling loved as a child. And I felt, I always felt different, even as a kid. And I was in an environment where I think I'm going to say parents of my generation, a lot of them, and I mean, it's generational that there wasn't always love in the house. And if, I look at my parents, and, they were more restricted with their love, and I could see that their parents were, and or you have maybe one more than the other, and there's just these lessons, and I always feel that my lesson was to learn to love myself and to be in my own energy and to know that I am love. And I think, honestly, I think that is the most important thing, and I think that what we're all meant to learn, especially now. I just think all the challenges and all the things happening right now are happening for us, so that we learn to come back to ourselves and know that we are love and that we're so worthy, and we're just these beautiful beings of light and love and joy and peace and wisdom, and we live in our own truth. And reflect upon your life where you haven't felt that, because I know a lot's coming up for a lot of people. I know emotions can just feel a lot right now, and I can see people who are distracting themselves, like they don't want to go to into that emotion of love, and they've kind of shut themselves down a bit. And that's really sad, because I think there's so much beauty within us, and it's just like, are you open to it? And so, yeah, it can be a lot. And I definitely have felt it. And, but it's like the healing journey is not linear. It's like these moments you feel love and you expand and then you contract. And in those contractions are the mental mind. Like, is this real? Am I too much? Is my love too much? Oh, I've been hurt. This is feeling very vulnerable. Like, should I put myself out there in these ways? It's even just me in my videos expressing love. Sometimes it feels like, am I too much? Like, will people say, like, she's talking about love again, right? Because honestly, sometimes talking about love makes people really uncomfortable. They go into discomfort because it's a vulnerable place to be living with an open heart. Because I am doing that, and I have my moments of vulnerability. I have my moments of discomfort, and I keep reminding myself, no, like I'm in this place where I truly want to live with an open heart, and whatever that means. And if it means being rejected, if it means, having sadness and sorrow, then I'm going to experience that, because those are the stepping stones to opening my heart truly. And I want to live from there. It just is, I know that that's how I want. We're on this earth like for one life at this moment. I do believe in other lives. But right now, and I want to experience it so much, and I want to just be there. And I've lived in mental mind all of my life, and it caused anxiety, it caused depression. I'm not going back. Not going back. I'm going to keep going. And what does that mean for me? I don't know what it means for me, because in some ways I think when you really come to this place, and I'm really being asked to, is this what you want? I feel like the universe is saying, is this what you want? And I'm saying, yes, this is what I want. I want to live here, and I want to be open to the experiences, whether that's like having experiences with people, having experiences doing my videos, the experiences with animals, the experiences I'm having in nature, and the animals in nature mirror where I feel free to do so. Like, it is a safe place for me. And now I'm learning, like, you know what? I'm safe, so I can open myself up to other people, because I'm safe in my body to receive whatever that comes. And, rejection is a choice. Like, yeah, you can feel rejection, but you can say, okay, well, then it wasn't meant to be. Like, they're not rejecting you as a person. It just, maybe you're not aligned. It doesn't have to be, don't take that all on. And I have for years, and I don't do that anymore. It's like, well, then this person, maybe they're going through something. Maybe it's just not aligned for them. Like, they're just unable to receive it. That is okay. Everybody's on their own journey. And I feel like I just want to inspire people, and maybe I trigger people, because I do think that when you really talk about love with an open heart, fully, deeply, I'm living there with love in presence. A lot of people aren't there, and so they can't receive that. It makes them feel vulnerable. I can see they want to protect themselves. Protect my heart. Protect my heart. We've all experienced things in our lives, and it's put in a layer on top of your heart, and then another layer because you went through something else, and and we've had this protective layer on our heart. And I'm slowly moving all these protective layers, and I am like quite expansive in my heart. And where I was in the last few months, I've been spending time just with my horses. Their energetic field is so expansive that basically I can go in there, I can open up my heart chakra. I feel completely safe to do that. And then afterwards, I can feel myself contracting. I come back around people, and I bring myself back. There's a layer of like, I'm just gonna be a little safer now, and just put something over my heart so that these people can't affect me. When I'm not doing that anymore. And actually yesterday, I had the most beautiful, expansive healing session with my horses in the middle of the field. I offered whoever wanted to come join me, and at some point they were all in their own meditative state, holding, it just almost makes me want to cry, holding this beautiful space for me where I could feel in my heart. And what I'm noticing is that the expansion and the contraction from inside this bubble with the horses is getting less and less, because my heart is really open there. And I mean, I need to talk about the horses in their own video, because it's just been, they're such healing beings, of light. And my Indy, my unicorn, he's kind of the leader. He came at one point, and what they do is they nip at the energetic field of you, and well, they touch you physically. I keep having to tell him, okay, you got to be a little bit more gentle. Like, I'm not as big as the other horses here. And then yesterday he went right to my heart, and he nipped a few times. And then what he did is yawn, and the yawning is releasing what he has taken in for me. and he literally opened my heart. Hence why I'm probably on this love thing today. I'm telling you, it was like those horses stood with me in the most beautiful, magical way, and he did the work. He was right here at my heart chakra, opening it up, and which I'm so grateful. And I have these beautiful experiences with the horses, and I'm so grateful for them, and I really want to honor and respect them because they have helped me absolutely open up my heart. And yeah, so beautiful. And so, like, but now I can see is that when I go in there, there's less between the expansion and contraction with them, which means my heart is really expanding and staying at that place. And I'm so excited because like there's so much goodness coming from this, and I want to share it. And if you want to be part of my love bubble, like come on in. Like I'm fully open to this, and I just want people, you can only heal people who want to be healed. And if you want that, I'm here for it. And or if I can inspire you in some way of like just being authentically you, like learning to talk about love, like being open to new love, like whatever that means, if it's love and passion for a new purpose or just your existing relationships. There's always room for your kids and your parents and your siblings and your friends. And then there's the romantic, the ones, or, your partner, husband, wife, boyfriend, girl, whatever, is always an opportunity to go a little deeper with each other, to open your heart a little bit more, to be vulnerable, to let go of the protection, or maybe to even be in the grief and the sadness together for what hasn't worked, or how maybe you've hurt each other. Not meaning to, but your own wounds are coming forward and letting it go, and just stepping into a place of freedom and forgiveness. Forgiveness is so powerful. I've said that before. And forgive yourself and forgive others. And, just allow yourself to be there. The romantic partners teach us something more than other relationships. Just they do to a certain degree, just the way it is. And it's can be hard. And a lot of us have separated, divorced, had a few relationships, and so we've been hurt there, or you've been hurt in the relationship that you've been in long term, and it's like, heal yourself in both aspects. Heal yourself where you are. Where's your heart right now? If it's with somebody who you've been with a long time, how can you let go of that? How can you move past that? How can you enrich your relationship? And really think back, how can I enrich myself? How can I make my life more fulfilling? How can I bring it back to me? And then how can I bring it into the relationships I have? And I think for the romantic one, there is another degree of vulnerability. Like, can I really open my heart? Well, like, will it get hurt? And yeah, there are always going to be moments, but that's the experience we're meant to, is just learning how to move through it, get the tools of how to heal it, to let it move. Like, you might go through a portion of your relationship that's in contraction because there's room for expansion. And what if you looked at that contraction, that argument, that moment where things are not connecting, and then say it's an opportunity for us to expand, to go deeper in this relationship? Like, isn't that a beautiful thing? Isn't that okay? And if we sort of accept it more than being in judgment or resistance, and we just say, okay, let me have this experience, and we're not working towards each other, like, let's sit down and have these moments. So let's have this discussion. Let's have this discussion so that we can work out with what's not working. What if we listened more? And what if we spoke our truth more? Where are you holding yourself back or not speaking your truth, or not, speak it. Open those conversations. Let those conversations be. There's so much to learn from each other. And especially, but we need those conversations. We need those deep conversations. We need to express ourselves. And if we can do it with others and say, hey, you know what, like, and set up the place, the situation to, like, we need to sit down. A lot of people will worry about certain things and then they say, okay, well, I'll be like, talk to the person when you're able to, really talk. Like, when you hold on to things and then you get worried, then you get frustrated, and then you go to somebody with energy of tense energy. And then what happens is the other person gets defensive. And so, like, open yourself up. I just want this conversation. Let's just see where it goes. This is how I'm feeling. Can we have this conversation? Because I think there's some real growth and expansion here. It can be done in loving ways, and yeah, and then you have, where it could be new relationships, and just being open to having new relationships, and what does that mean? And I was reflecting upon, I think sometimes when we meet new people, romantically or not, we can be, well, how's this situation? Like, it could be that, well, their home life isn't that good, or, they're going through a tough time. I'm not so sure. Would it be good to have them as a friend or as a partner? And I think sometimes you just have to be open and trust yourself. Like, what does your heart tell you? Because your mind can protect you again. So it's like, what is your heart telling you? That there's a possibility that there's something here, and maybe in ways you don't understand. Like, to me, it's your heart's going to tell you the truth. And so take opportunities and be there and say, yes, I'm going to try this opportunity, see where it goes. Do I trust myself? Where's my heart at? Is it open to trying something, or is it really protective? Sometimes we're meant to have relationships that trigger us, or there's growth there. It doesn't turn out the way we thought, but you were meant to have that experience. Because there's something for you to learn. Maybe it's a catalytic relationship, that there's something there and it's bringing up stuff in you, and actually it never actually goes anywhere, but it awakened something in you. It brought you to a place. I mean, that's happened to me. It's happened to me a couple times. And again, like in all relationships, even with the horses. I had this one horse, Rosa. I've talked to her previously, YouTube videos, and like we were so, we were such a catalyst for each other. She had come from a trainer, I know, a male trainer that didn't treat her well. And then I brought some of my own insecurities with her, my own fears. And she just started to shut down and shut down and shut down. And the last 6 months I haven't even ridden her, because she just shuts down on me. Like, you weren't there for me. And as an animal lover, and especially with the horses, I was like devastated that I had done that. And I had to rebuild it. She actually got hurt. And all I do with her when she was hurt is just stay with her and stay by her, and kind of go in her field, say, hey, can I come in? Like, can I come in? I've got an open heart. I'm not going to add pressure. I'm going to let you be. And I've had to do that for 6 months. And not even knowing it, I'm actually living more in this moment now, realizing how deep this has been. And I've just spent time with her, and I listen to her. If she doesn't want to do something, I don't force it. I'm just like, okay, you can trust me. You're safe here now. I've learned my lesson. And I tell you, in that group meditation I was talking about, at the end she was lying down, and I went to lie down with her. And other times she's gotten up, she wouldn't let me stay with her. They will not let you stay near them if they're lying down and they don't feel safe with you. So I sat down with her, and then I lied down, and then she lied down, and I could just feel she was moving through something, and I just sent her so much love, and we just stayed there together, and it was a beautiful moment. And And that is repairing of the heart for her and for me. And that we've got to this point. So I had this relationship. Willow. I have Willow here. Come here. Yeah, I have a story with Willow too, right? But we did, but I had to earn her trust again, and I had to let her know that she's safe with me. And so we are given those opportunities with relationships, existing ones. Just look around you. What do you want? How do you want to be? Like, what love are you ready to do? How are you going to open your heart? Do you want to repair it? Or has the relationship kind of figured itself out? Like, sometimes it is. Sometimes the relationship is just there for a moment, right? And not everything makes sense. People can come into your lives in certain ways, and you're like, I had a dream about this, and it was well, I was at an event, and we were dismantling a tent, and the person that was holding the event had come to me, and it was just me and him, and we were dismantling the tent. Everything had to come down. And then there was this one piece that actually had to be put together. And it was kind of like, well, nothing's making sense until it connects, and then it all makes sense, was the message. And sometimes I'm going to say that is that things may appear, I think as a soul, we're not always looking, nothing is black and white in relationships. I think nothing's perfect. There is no perfect way of things working out. There can be various ways that you're going to meet a person, your person, I'm probably talking more romantic now, and you're going to have to trust yourself. You're going to have to done the healing to know where your heart is, because your heart will tell you the truth. No matter what's going on around you, because your mind can say, okay, well, this person is, whatever. Maybe it's that you are, that person recently ended a relationship, or they don't even live around you, or how can this work, this doesn't make sense, and there can be a lot of that, and what I'm getting is, because relationships are not black and white, it's not perfect. What it is like, it's an opportunity to trust yourself. Is this in alignment with me? And it actually can even be for your purpose or your career or your business. Like, I think I'm supposed to do this thing, but I don't know, it doesn't necessarily make sense. It kind of came out of left field. Well, does it bring you joy? Does it excite you? Are you like, that will tell you. Does it really resonate with you? Does that person really resonate with you? Because for me, everything's energy. And energy will tell you more than your mental mind, your thoughts. Your heart will tell you. And so, love, first, it's all about self-love. Because when you're really at self-love and you're in that space, you are going to make the decisions that align with you. It's the protection in the ego that kind of, you're kind of like, okay. And there's stepping stones to every relationship, to every job. You can, I went this way and I was doing these offerings. Well, now all of a sudden I want to offer this. It's totally different. But what you offered 6 months ago could be, that's a different version of you. And now 6 months and you've healed yourself, or things have occurred. Well, this, you're offering something different because you are different. But for me, it's all about love, and it's about self-love. And, can you reflect upon the relationships and what has happened with you? Like, what is it teaching you? Everything up to this point has taught me how to open my heart, how to let go of, some of the protection of the sadness and the sorrow and the grief. We'll always feel that, but it's not like trauma within us. It's like we've learned now to live with it. We're emotions, like you're supposed to, have them move through you, motion. And so once you learn that life is part of that, and you learn to let go. But you can also, when you let go, is that you're gaining something. You're gaining a new aspect of yourself. You're gaining another degree of love within your heart. You're learning to open yourself up. And not everything will make sense in the whole process, but you're there and you're experiencing it, and like, a lot of things have happened to me the last few years, and I was like, I never expected it. I never thought certain things would happen, and they did, and I'm just like, and now I can see it. Because I went through the process, and I honored all that came to me, and I can see it. It got me to the person I am today, who has this beautiful heart that I want to share. And I had done a pool video, and I felt really discomforted in it. I'm like, what if, like, I had this thing, and I think this was something from my childhood, is what if my love is too much? Like, what if, because I have a very expansive energetic field, and I feel things a lot, and it's, I'm also 3 water signs, and I just feel everything. 3 different water signs, just to add lots of variety to it. But it's like, but that's who I am. It gives me all this joy, and it just gives me freedom. And I'm thinking back to, like, my words of the year, which were joy and untamed, is that I just want to express myself. I just want to be in the joy, and I want to be in the love. And then I want to feel all these emotions, because it means I'm alive. I'm truly living when I can just experience everything. And my dancing is where I'm in my body and not in my head. That's why I love to dance so much. There's so much freedom there. I'm just who I am. And that's another thing, like, these videos, the things I'm doing, I'm loving. It's all about love. I think it's just, like, the greatest thing, and I truly want to live from this place of love, fully, deeply, with love and presence, and I want the opportunities. I think there's always more room to expand, and I want those opportunities, to truly open my heart, and to live with love, and to experience with many. It's fun with other people. It's not fun just to have all this love and then no one to share it with. Like, I want to express myself to the same degree. I want to inspire people. I want love in this world, and there's a choice. They say love over fear. Like, what are you choosing? I'm choosing love. And I'm going to say there are moments of the fear. There can be a real vulnerable place where you're like, okay, I'm going to open my heart now. I truly am. I'm going to take this opportunity, and I'm going to go for it. And oh my God, I'm so nervous. Like, I'm so nervous. But at that moment, you're fully living, because you're in that nervousness and you're in that love. I wouldn't say necessarily it's fear, because I that just seems like a little bit more. But yeah, there could be a tad percentage of fear in something truly new and expansive. And your heart's like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to fully open, and I'm just going to jump in here and experience something, whatever that is for you. And I think that can be with any relationship, even with your kids and your parents or your siblings or your friends, and you're just like, okay, this is the new version of myself, and I'm really gonna live this way. So how are you gonna receive it? Let them receive it the way they want. Just, you be you. I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna be in this place where my heart's fully open, and live that way. And I'm super excited, but I think a lot of us have this choice right now. So let's come together. Let's spread the love. Let's share it. Let's live it. And so I'm going to ask you, how can you live with more of an open heart? Where can you expand yourself? What can you let go of? Where are you protecting your heart? Can you open it up? Can you let it free? Can you make those bold decisions that's just going to expand it even more? Do it. No regrets, right? No regrets. Everything's a learning experience. So do it. All right, from my heart to yours, sending you so much love on this journey of love. We should do a second video, right? I'll see you in 6 months with my next love video. I don't know what will happen, but I'm definitely going to be living in more love with my heart. So, all right, bye for now.